edited this. So, hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Tribushon here, and today I am going to be showing you, yes, you, all the sorts of building techniques that I have done for almost a decade now. Yes, that is right. So, if there is any build or technique that you have any suggestions for, please let me know in the comments down below. But if you are watching this live, well, you're in luck because you get to go ahead and provide some suggestions. And if this video does well, hey, I might even do it a second time. So let's go straight to it. All right. So the first thing is the Metro Head. You love Metro Heads. I love Metro Heads. But you know what the biggest issue when it comes to Metro Heads? This piece. What if you want a gearbox, but you have a Metro head? A big issue, right? Yeah, there are issues. There are issues to be sure. But there is a special little goody thing that you can do in this video demo. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it. So I have done this in the past. So you need not worry. You need not worry. Let me go ahead and grab all the other parts that you will need right now. So this process, whenever I go ahead and make a muck, I always try to go ahead and build the core first. That is like a main thing that I do with every build. I always start with the core. A lot of people would say start with shaping, get some pieces to match the aesthetic that you're going for, and which is good. But since I am always focusing on the 2001 type of aesthetic, I always try to go straight towards the more technic lenient side. So it allows me to be more flexible when it comes to the play features when I replicate the golden years, 2001 all the way to 2003. So you'll need these pieces. These pieces, and you're going to need these pieces. Now you don't need all of those pieces. Sometimes you can even just, and I'm gonna get a pin here. Oh yeah, very important. Get those. Get that. Got 2 blue pins, and am I forgetting something? Oh yeah, we'll get these pins too, just in case. So a bit of a chore when it comes to pins, but I assure you, there's going to be some good stuff coming from this, guaranteed. Lego Diego says a new live stream, and someone else says hello, and welcome. I am going to be demonstrating a new technique, and it starts with having a gearbox go alongside with a Metro head. So in order to go ahead and have the arms swing, we will be utilizing something special. Now I'm going to get the gears necessary to accommodate this right now. But yeah, what I was saying earlier, it is important for me to always start with the core. I hold the quote-unquote slicer engineering with a great reverence. I always focus on that. And as you can see with that, it's usually like that. And you would plug that in and plug that in. So already pretty similar to what you may expect. Oh, I need to get a bushing. Hold on. Let me get a bushing here. Actually, no, I don't need a bushing. We can get a friction so that I can show you guys that you can still add friction to this thing. Because friction is kind of important. If I can find the friction piece. There we go. So there we go. We got the gears over here. I'm gonna angle that down a little bit. Buzzscore says, I'm positive for COVID, by the way, but I'm doing okay. Just drinking some warm tea and sipping warm soups. That's good. Keep your system clean. COVID is not fun. Also, I used those gray blocks one time to make G2 Rakshi. Kind of want to rebuild. That's kind of similar to the G2. It is! But I am going to be doing something peculiar with this particular arrangement. And I am trying to find the pieces necessary. I may not have all the pieces because I use this technique a lot. And if so, then no worries there. You can always have a substitute. Oh, never mind. Haha, found it. Okay, and we're gonna grab this gear and this gear. And we're only gonna do one arm, just for the sake of it. You can do two arms if you want, but you don't have to. Let me find the right part. There we go. And we're gonna grab one of these. So yeah, once I actually make the play feature, I always try to compress it, make it smaller. So that's a thing that I do. And we're going to be using these. And you have to use these. You have to use these. There's no choice. You kind of have to use these little parts over here. Hey. And White Hippo says, hi, welcome. All right, so you got this. Let's get a socket. I'm going to grab a socket real quick for the sake of all things. And we will get the infamous fragile ones. We will get the fragile ones. So, get this, connect this, and you're probably wondering, I can't, how do we do this? Do I do it this way? No, you can't do it that way. Of course not. That would be kind of silly. So, what do? Put this right there. Boom. Put that in there, and then you can add the friction right over here. And that's good, right? But where's the head go? Well, brave volunteer. We add this pin right here. And we drop this in there. So it's dangling like that. You drop this in here. So it's dangling like that. And, oh yeah, I forgot. We're only doing one arm. I'm always eager to do both arms. You can do both arms, but you don't have to do both arms. So in this instance, we will just take this out. And plop that in. And there you go. And there you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hold on. I did it backwards. Sometimes I get confused. You can't really do that. Hold on. I got a little bit eager. All right. You can't blame me for getting a little bit excited. I get excited a little too easy. Oh, yeah. I'm overthinking it again. Sorry. So, still, you can do that. Boom. And boom. There we go. That goes back in there. And we put this in here. And then plop that in there. And of course, you can always have some pin connectors over here to make sure those don't go anywhere. And put that there and that there. And before you know it, you got yourself a little play feature over here. And of course, you can extend this if you really wanted to. And I'm probably going to do that right now, because I am not comfortable with that. And put that there, put that there, put that there. And then there you go. You got a torso. And let me grab a limb here. There we go. Random piece of CCBS in purple, because why not? BioScroll says, it's part of the Bionicle building experience. Hey Trip, I'm already working on my analog horror, but I'm taking a break on it. So I'm just resting and watching Nacho Libre. Ah, nice. I love Nacho Libre. But yeah, so you can do this build, and it works very nice. Now you're probably wondering, lower body, how do we put a lower body? It is simple to put a lower body. You got a 7 length, a 5 length, sorry. So you get a 5 length with a stopper, and then you get, instead of the blue pin, you get like one of the gray pins, the really long gray pins. Let me see if I can find one. I should have one in here. Wait a minute, I think I just saw one in red. Oh my god, I have one in red. Look at that. I have one in red. That's weird. But yeah, I'm going to flex that now. So, get that. And let's go ahead and get a Technic beam in here. Get the white on the go. Because why not? So you can take this off, all of this. And all the thing you had to do is just plop that in, plop that in, plop that in, and push that out. Plop, push that through. Plop that right in. And then boom. And you can also add this back here. So not only is it stiffer now, so you get a lot more strength on this arm because now you got that going on. And of course, you can do it for both arms too if you really want both arms to swing. So I can go ahead and show that. As a matter of fact, you can go a little fun with it if you really wanted to, for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be those gears. You can have like these 2 gears even. Let's go a little bit crazy, you know? What if you want one arm to move faster than the other? Then that can be arranged. So you put that there if you want the arm to go faster. That is the main thing. And let me get an actual gear in yellow. So if you want the arm to go faster, put that there, put that there, put that through there, and you put that back in there, or Lord so help you. There we go. And plug that in the back. And then put that in there and put that in there. And I am legally obligated to grab another purple limb because I just blindly grabbed that. So now I have to look for another purple. I have to do it. It is Bionicle law that if you use purple, you must use all of the purple. Because no one in their right mind only use very little purple. If you have purple, you use all of it. I don't care who you are. you will have to use purple. Like it or not, if you randomly grab a purple piece, you have to only use purple. That is the rule. That is the law. But now that I do has the purple, you can, let me grab 2 limbs here. There we go. You know what? I just thought of an interesting color scheme. Hold on. You know, this was only meant to be an example, but I'm getting a lot of good ideas already from this guy. And I don't know why. Actually, I know exactly why. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm only finding purple. Ah, heck, I'll use the purple. All right, so you got 1 purple arm here and 1 purple arm here. Guess what happens? This arm, the one arm is moving way quicker than the other, as you noticed. So that is a thing you can do, and the head is still articulated, and you can do a lot with it. So that is pretty. Bioscroll says, thankfully I use some purple. Yes, that is Cheesecake. She is an adorable little ball of mischief. She will bite anyone's ankles. So she's a Tootsie Roll that can bite back. So just be careful. If you ever see a cheesecake, think twice before you apprehend that cheesecake. Hey Trev, while I was taking breaks from my analog horror, I'm getting into this show called BattleBots. Oh, I love BattleBots so much. I grew up on that in the early 2000s. I never commented this, but I used to do robotics. No surprise, I guess, because I build all these wacky things. But yeah, on a serious note, I do a lot of robotics and so forth. So I've always wanted to go ahead and compete in BattleBots, but that would include traveling and so forth. And last I checked, my pockets aren't that deep, so I can't exactly do that. Now for the next building technique that now that we are done with that building technique, and this build might go somewhere. This build might go somewhere. Who knows? I may make that a character now. He could be a character. So for the next building technique, I'm gonna actually move this guy out of frame. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and build a walker. So that is walkers / crawlers and walkers. A little bit more complex, but you can. Lego Diego says my favorite BattleBot is Tombstone and Minotaur. Ah, nice. Hypershock is one of my favorites. I like Hypershock, and I also really like. Oh man, it was a bot that had an arm with a hammer at the end of it, and it basically just swings the hammer down at with a lot of kinetic force. I forgot what it's called. I really like that robot, but I think it. Oh man, I really like flippers as well. Any bot that's a flipper, I gravitate towards a lot. I gravitate towards flippers. So we're going to do a small one with different types. So you can use these wheels or this wheel. So we're going to do 2 different configurations when it comes to crawlers. We're going to be doing crawlers. And there's a reason why we're going to be doing crawlers. BioScroll says, beware of the cheesecake. Yeah, yep. She's a fierce one, to be sure. She is very fierce and dangerous. So we're going to start with a number 5. And we're going to do the standard 1 wheel configuration. And the thing is, when you make a walker, you want to make sure the body is a small profile. The wider the body, that it detracts from the limbs themselves if you're going to be making legs. So it distracts it a lot. So what I like to do is I like to keep the frames short. So use some number 5s. That's all you really need is number 5s. And go from there. And then you got 2 of these. And then you get some pins. What kind of pins? I'll tell you what kind of pins. You need 4 of these babies over here. You need 4 of them. You need 4 of them to make a walker. Be able to walk. Unless if you do not want them to walk, then I suppose you just stick with the wheel, and that moves just fine. You can slap a face on that, and you have a spinning Bionicle. Matter of fact, that's probably the most simplest Bionicle you could make, is a spinning Bionicle. It gives any Lego Technic creation a Bionicle mask on it, and it immediately becomes a Bionicle mod. Don't believe me? I will show you right now. We're going to grab a big wheel, and I will show you how simple it is. That literally you can turn anything and make it feel like a Bionicle. So, I am going to be grabbing these. I'm going to be grabbing these just to prove my point. Just to prove my point that anything could be a Bionicle, if you so deem it so. And to go with the theme of this, I think we're going to use this copper Huna that I also possess for whatever reason. And then we're going to use a gold Metro head. Plug that in. Grab this. We need an axle now. We need an axle. Hold on. This is going to be the most advanced Bionicle. You can literally make anything a Bionicle if you dream it. If you build it, it will come. So there we go. That's a Bionicle now. And he rolls. See, it's a Bionicle that rolls. And because the weight is distributed, it will always go in a circle. A very wide circle, mind you. But you see, he's a Bionicle because he has a mass. Oh my gosh, actually, the rotation might be big enough for a full rotation. Let's see if we can get this be a full rotation over here. Oh, he bumped into that. All right. Oh. All right. You see, it's a Bionicle. You see, it's a Bionicle. Bionicle speed. Invisible speed. Invisible speed. That's the name of this Bionicle. Invisible speed. There we go. It's toe up wheels. Oh no, Fukama became a wheel. Jala, look. I've turned myself into a wheel. I'm Vakama Wheel. But yeah, let's go back into something more serious, and that being not Vakama Wheel, but a actually self walking Bionicle that uses these pins and that bushing. Lego Diego says, "Hey Trev, what do you think of my new profile picture? It's pixelated version of my previous profile pic, and it was made by a friend on Discord. It is lovely. I saw it when you asked me when I was going to be doing another live stream, and I was like, you know what? It's been a while. Let me actually make another live stream video. I haven't done those." But it's like, what would I do? What would I talk about? And it's like, oh, wait a minute. I know what to talk about. I can talk about things and stuff and show you guys how to make some stuff. Because that's what you all come here for, is to see all these interesting builds and techniques that I do. And I forgot that is really necessary with this. I just put that there, and then boom. And then that goes there, and that goes there. And then we plug that in. All right, this might have to be a 7. I need clearance for that. I need clearance. So let me go ahead and get some number 7s on the go. This is calling for a 7. You can make it smaller, but any smaller wheel would be too much. If you know what I mean, it would be too much. And honestly, it's better to have a low crawler than a high crawler. And honestly, we're gonna make it green. We're gonna make it green. Not just any green, lime. Lime has returned, ladies and gentlemen. We are making it lime. You may seethe and rage now. Seethe in the lime. The lime has returned. Do you miss lime? My delicious and quite potent lime. But now you may satisfy your thirst for lime. For lime has returned. Oh, dear traveler. And there we go. We got a... Honestly, this gives me ideas. This gives me ideas for a Matoran. Oh my gosh. I need to do it. I need to do it. Gosh dang it. This is the issue. When you go ahead and make a Bionicle mod, you get an idea. And ideas are dangerous. I say they're dangerous for 2 reasons. One, you're just putting pieces together, right? And you're like, okay, I want to build this thing. I have it in my mind. I want to build this thing. But then, for whatever reason, in the process of you building the thing, you get an idea. You know, this actually looks like something like this. Man, now I want to build that. Wait, but I was building this thing. Why do I want to build that thing? And you're immediately put in like a situation where you're like, oh no, I can only build one, and I have 2 things that I thought of that I could build. how could this possibly have happened? And Fry says, what am I building? I am showing you different things that you can make in case if you're trying to make a particular creation. And I showed how to make this thing, which is putting a Metro head on a 2015 torso. And it's pretty neat. And I might actually turn this into a character because I really like the color scheme. And now I'm going to be showing how to make a crawler. A very simple crawler, and then we go from there. Lego Diego says, and Trip, I'm now a pixelated artist, and I make pixelated versions of amazing digital circus characters, and they look wonderful. Oh, I love the amazing digital circus. And my favorite character is Kane, because he is a character that I just love and adore. Would you agree, Bubbles? Bubbles Scroll says, it's Lyman time. Lego Diego says, it looks like you're building a BattleBot, which is why we are building it. Because you were on the topic of BattleBots, and now I'm like, you know what? I could actually maybe kind of sort of build this one particular thing, and it will be all right. Because guess what? I actually kind of like the idea. And there you go. You got the pushers over here. And honestly, wait a minute. If I'm going to be turning it into a board, I might as well add connection points. Because the thing about making a mock is that you need connection points. And since it's so coincidentally line, it gives me a few ideas. Like I could put this on top, that would be fine. Or I could put more lime, and it will also be fine because it is lime. So let's see what we have more lime of. This lime or this lime? Alright, we got 2 of that lime. We got 3 of that lime. Uh-oh, this one's catching up. Which one is it going to be? Is it going to be the left or the right? We will never know. Oh, that's out of frame. Let me go ahead and fix that. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's see who wins. Neither of them went, so we're going to be using both. That is called improvisation. And also known as a bait and switch. I made you think one thing, only to show you another thing. You may smile and wave now, because that is the reality of life in this whole situation. There we go. Got 4 of those blue pins, and we're gonna go ahead and do a swapperoo. And yeah, some of these pins are broken, but that is perfectly fine. And I'm sorry if these instructions aren't clear, but you know, you guys are smart enough. I believe in you. You guys are smart enough. I know you're smart. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. So this allows you the ability to make some stuff pretty interesting. So that goes there, and we might as well do that. I feel like it needs to be low profile. I don't trust it being that high up. So there we go. So that will help with look and cohesion. And now we go ahead and add the lift arms and the limbs. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I am a fool. I am a fool. I overthought it. You see, this is a thing that I do all the time, is that I overthink. It's not that, like, I don't think that much. I think too much. That is my issue. I think too much. So much so that I get headaches. Because my brain is so big that my skull does not cannot handle it. So sometimes I have to do power naps. Whenever. Why am I telling you this? All right, let's redo this again. Oh, I got an idea. Gosh dang it! I had to stop saying that. That's a contagious word. We should put that on a shirt. Who wants that on a shirt? I got an idea. We should have that on a shirt. Do you guys agree? Okay. Dang, I used to do that. Like, sort the 2 unit till I got like 2 or 4 colors matching. Yeah, right? Lego Diego says, hey, Trip, since we're talking about BattleBots, did you know there's a British version of BattleBots called Robot Wars? Yes! And the house bots can sometimes attack the contestants if they ever strike the house bots, which is hilarious. I love it. Okay, I'll be sure to go ahead and make that a shirt for you guys to buy. At some point. I'm gonna have to make that into a shirt now. That's gonna be my first ever merch. I got an idea. And I'll draw it too. I do my own artwork now, so I can draw it. So you get like free art on the shirt, and just it's saying I got an idea. You know. I think you guys will like that. I'm pretty sure you guys will like that. There we go. And there we go. That goes there. And oh, we're actually. Oh, that gives me a. Oh my. Oh. 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 This. Oh man, I think this was a good thing that I picked up all this lime. This was actually a godsend that I picked up this much lime. Oh, I got so much lime. There we go. Oh, this is going to be fun and going to be cool and weird. And I love weird, like a cool weird. Oh, and we're gonna grab this. Wait a minute, I can't grab that. Actually, yes, I can grab that. Hold on. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. We're gonna make this gray over. No, it has to be black. It has to be black now. It has to be black. There we go. One black. And 2 black. We did it. We did it. We got the black. There we go. There we go. And that will go right in there. And then that will go on the other. And you're probably wondering, what the heck am I making? And oh, you're gonna find out. Oh, you're gonna find out. This is my. Oh, this. I like that it kind of is animated a little bit. Oh, I love that. Oh, I kind of like that. Where it's like slouch and then you push down to roll it. Yeah, this is actually going to be a good mock. All right, so you need 4 pins. That's what you're going to be needing next is 4 pins to build this guy. Because it wouldn't work any other way. I'm going to tell you that right now. So 4 pins. Let me push this to the wayside because you're not going to need it. Got 4 pins, and you stop rolling. Actually, no, that's the right franchise Bio Scroll because coincidentally, I also made a Brain Blast, a Lego Hero Factory Brain Blast. So technically, correct franchise on that certain point of view. Okay. Yeah, I made a Lego Hero Factory Brain Blast, so technically you're not wrong. Couldn't be closer to the truth. And we're gonna add some teal on this because I can't really think of any other colors. Really, I had a 5 in black. Oh, I could have really used that in a mock. Bloody hell. So we grab this, and I think we're gonna go ahead and have this be the slimmer option. So that goes there, and then that goes there. And the reason why I make it loose is so that it does not struggle. Because the last thing you need is a part to struggle. If you know what I mean. Sometimes parts struggle and they don't struggle as much if you make them a particular way. And then that will go there, and that will go there. And that should do it. And then that will go in the same spot right over here. And then we plug that in and plug that in. Oh, does it roll? It's too much. We need more. We need more slack. Well, let's see how this works. Okay. We need a median. We need a median. So that's to be expected that it would need a median. I was hoping that it would be like straight from the get-go, but it does need a median. And what I mean by that, by a median, is a mid joint. It needs another joint for it to do the thing that you want it to do. That's essentially what it means. You need another joint so that it can do the thing that you actually want it to do. So we're going to actually give this guy some claw appendages. Buzzscore says, sounds like Brain Blast has a new holder in town. Does go pretty well as a Hero Factory villain. I do agree. Lego Diego says, my friends on Discord are huge fans of Metal Gear, Mega Man, Resident Evil, and anything Konami and Capcom. Yeah, that is cool. And also, yeah, it does look like a lizard. It does look like a lizard. It does actually look like a lizard, so that actually gives me an idea and what to do with such a lizard. We're gonna actually make this feel more G1. Like 2001 type of thing. I'm gonna go ahead and get some slicer feet. Should work. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe if I make it into a right angle so that these act as the hypotenuse, maybe that would actually work. If I treat it like a triangle. Hold on. I may not have to overthink about it. I just had to think about angles. How do you guys like geometry? Do you like geometry? I'm asking for a friend. It is no secret at all that I am. Wait. How in incarnation did that happen? There we go. Yeah, this actually has to be shorter, actually. Hold on. So that goes there. And this goes over here. It's all about angles. There we go. Does that work? No, does not work. Oh, that's the issue. One is longer than the other. I didn't realize that. That would actually kind of do it. I didn't realize what was wrong with the gate until I realized, wait a minute, one of these is longer than the other. No wonder it's not working. All right. So does that work better? Yeah, that works a lot better. That works a lot better. So if we just pop this up. And there you go. You got your creepy looking slug thing. So that's how you make a ligament. Always make sure all ligaments are the same size. If one's too long than the other, then you're going to have yourself a hard time. And the added bonus with this is that you can pose this and move it naturally. And to emphasize on that, we're going to actually give it a tail. So you can actually see the puppeteering at play, because I don't think you guys can actually see the puppeteering all that well, so we're going to give it a tail. And that's going to be a very simple thing to do. And there you go. We got a tail. Separate this. Get that out of there. Get that out. And plop that in. Is it a big tail? Yes, but does it look fine? Absolutely. So yeah, it looks organic. You can move it. And it looks like it can strike. And we can not just have like these be the main thing. You can have like some limbs in orange to give it a highlights, because if you give highlights to the legs, it distracts you from the rest of the body. It actually does quite well. So I'm going to show you that real quick. It's a little bit of puppeteering and illusion, to the best that I can summarize. Buzz Scroll says visual arts to a degree. Has it a lot. Interesting. Lego Diego says, hey Trev, do you think it is the best what do you think is the best Grand Theft Auto game? In my opinion, it's San Andreas. San Andreas is good. Yeah. San Andreas is good. I really like that one. I'm trying to think of the one that I actually played. It was on the PlayStation. On the PlayStation 2. Must have been like early 2000s. I remember really liking that one in particular. Where you had the option of, like, depending on the lifestyle you choose, your main protagonist can be kind of big, but you can keep him slim if you exercise and work out and so forth. But that also spawned into like a lot of memes. I forgot that game in particular. I forgot what it's called. GTA 3. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. I really like that game. That game was fun. Yeah. I no longer have the game though. In terms of video games that I played Metroid. I played an X-Men game on the, I believe it was the on the GameCube Advance. Also had Super Mario on the NES, Super Mario World 2, and I also had Sim City. I'm not too sure if that's a common game or not. If anybody in chat remembers that game, but I used to play that game all the time. I also played Pokemon Red. I was very big into Pokemon. I was more so interested in the anime more than anything else when it came to Pokemon in particular. I stopped watching the show though around like 2010, I believe. Actually, no, it was earlier. Yeah, by about 2008, actually. Woo! Yeah, that's when I dropped off of out of the whole spiel. Oh man, I miss gaming back then. Games back then were so much fun. Now when I go ahead and try to play a game, like I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna be playing some Destiny. Let me play some Destiny because why not? Because I refuse to touch Fortnite. I refuse to touch Fortnite. Oh no. But even with Destiny, sometimes if you do not keep up with the game at all, um, your your stats, um, you'll be like screwed over effectively. You'll be effectively screwed over. There is no escape. You will be screwed over when it comes to that sort of thing, which kind of sucks. Um, that it is that way, because it very much is that way. And you know what? Let me. Oh yeah, so it would have to be. Okay. I don't need to add too much to this. Just keep it articulated, and then it will do the rest for me. And then before you know, you got yourself a creepy crawly. Kind of makes it busy though. I will admit it makes it busy, but it's posable now. So yeah, that's a thing you could do if you really want to do it. But that is up to you. So yeah, that's another play picture. Let's actually make something in regards to humanoids. Leg designs. I know leg designs are a big thing, but I also really like PC games. I really like PC games. Speaking about PC, oh, Scroll City says, "Oh, Sim City is so ancient. I never played it, but my mother used to sometimes. Would sometimes play it." Oh gosh, I think I dated myself. Oh, well, that's out there in the internet. You can probably guess how old I am already, even though I don't sound like it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. But yeah, games. One time I was playing Destiny 2, and we're gonna be doing arm designs. We're gonna be doing arm designs because arm designs are a thing where it's very hit or miss. Um, you can find all sorts of leg designs, but an arm design is actually pretty difficult to find, like a good one, because it's usually just okay. Get a like do something like this, or you can mix it up and be more complex, like this guy over here. If you really wanted to. But yeah, arm designs. We could do a couple. We're gonna do small scale and then work our way up. I think that's will be the best approach for us to go when it comes to arm designs. So for an arm design, we're gonna go ahead and take a pager from Bionicle Heroes. Yes, we're going doing the Bionicle Heroes route because I really like the video game models in Bionicle. I really do. It's one of those games where it's like, oh man, that actually looks pretty cool. So we're gonna be doing Hookie's arm. We're gonna do Hookie's arm. And I'm gonna show you how to make a pretty decent arm build. And it's gonna be a blend of CCBS too. So get that. So you got gunmetal and this, and wait a minute. Was he orange or Keat Orange in the game? In the video game, was he Keat Orange? Lego Diego says I'm really terrible at Fortnite. I played it once, and I was playing at the time where voice acting was a big thing, and because I'm very hyperactive when I play games, I'm very commentary based. I like to talk about a lot, especially when the game is fast paced. The more slow paced a game is, I don't talk that much. I only comment when things are happening. If there's not a lot happening in a game, I'm utterly silent. So I'm effectively quipping. I do a lot of quipping when I play a lot of like shooter games, something that's fast paced or something like that. And when I was playing Fortnite one time, I only played it once, but when I did play it, it was like more so like, how do I explain it? I'm trying to think what's the best way to explain it. So there was a player, I'm not going to say any names, that noticed the way I was talking, and they thought that I was voice acting. And I thought nothing of it. It's like, yeah, I'm just going to keep playing video game. You know, talk a lot, shoot, play games, have fun. And people can be very rude sometimes over just a simple thing. You know, I think like as soon as like games stop being from like, hey, let's go play on a private server, just you and me, or bring your friends, you know, instead of like having them over at the house all the time and be like, hey, come over, let's go ahead, have some chips, you know. I got some cheese puffs. Let's go ahead and have some of that while we're going to be playing some kaiju battles on the PlayStation 2. You know, I miss those days. Those were fun. But, you know, and I miss like private servers. Some games still have private servers, but it got to a point where it was like, oh no. Oh no. Why are people so toxic? Especially in Fortnite. Why are you all so competitive? Oh my god. And it's like, nope, I'm good. Turn off mic and let's go ahead and play a different game. You know, you can't even have the mic on anymore. Ugh. Oh, Scott Pilgrim. I remember Scott Pilgrim. Oh, that oh, gee Willie. Let me find. In terms of Scott Pilgrim, I heard about the show, like the live action show that they used to have. What, or was it a film? I forgot if it was a show or a film. But then they later animated it, and I didn't see that one. So it was never a show that I got really hooked into. I probably would have if I was more exposed to it, but it was never something that was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be watching that. Oh, for sure, I'm definitely gonna be watching that. You know, because at the time when Scott Pilgrim was out, I think I was either more focused on Bionicle and Transformers. I'll be honest with you. It was always like, yeah, Transformers, let's go. Oh no, I just spilled all my stuff. I just spilled all my stuff, guys. All right, hold on just a sec. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. All right, I just spilled all my stuff. Like, look at that. That is just everywhere now. I just spilled all my Lego. It's a sad time to be alive. Very sad time. Oh man. Okay, let me wrap up this arm, and I think we're gonna be wrapping up this video. I'm gonna at least finish the arm. I said I was gonna make the arm, so I'm gonna go ahead and make the arm real quick. Show you guys an arm build that you could do. Rather show you guys an arm build. There we go. And that will go there. And then I will grab, oh yeah, pin with stoppers. Maybe one of these brown ones. Go over here, clip that, clip that. Boom. That's not involved enough. It's not flush. It's not really that flush. I wish it was more flush. Still looks decent though. Just not what I would have wanted. And then that goes there. That goes there. I don't know. That might work for some people. That might work for some people. I'm going to see if I can get the shaping to be a bit more better. Especially when it comes to stuff like this. Okay, maybe offset it. I'm gonna see if I can do some cheese. I got some Bionicle cheese in mind, and you will see the Bionicle cheese. Oh, let me tell you, you will be seeing the Bionicle cheese. your Bionicle cheese, ladies and gents. Because if there's one thing I'm good at is Bionicle cheese. So you get this, get that, get that, get that. And yeah, that could work. That could work. I think I found the cheese. So that goes there. And now that we know that the cheese is real, go ahead, do that, do that. And we're gonna get a bushing and a pin, rather. There we go. Grab a pin and plop it in there, and that should secure it. There we go. And then, instead of that there, we grab this piece so that we can add extra detail. Grab this, plop that in there, plop that in there, boom. And then, it should go in there. No, that will not go in there. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Looks good, though, for a limb. It's custom. Can add some stuff. I was hoping I can just plop that in there and call it good. You know, because it's supposed to be like doo-doo type of thing, but the other way around. Instead of the doo-doo, you know. You get me. You get me. You get me. But still, this is a good ARM build. You can have a connection point over here if you want to add stuff. You know, it's complex. It's unique. It's an ARM. And what else could you possibly ask for an ARM? But Scrub says my girlfriend plays Fortnite occasionally, but I don't mind. Mind that lols. At least it isn't Overwatch or Call of Duty. Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't play a lot of shooter games. I like to play platformers and RPGs usually. But yeah, I think I am going to wrap this video up because I just did a limb and I made a big mess and I have to protect my homestead. So I will go ahead and leave it here. If you guys want to go ahead and see more build techniques and so forth, or see me finish all the stuff that I have made here, like Pookie or this guy. This might be Variki. I might call him Variki. Who knows? G2 Variki. Who knows? Just let me know in the comments down below. And I'm a Half-Life and Portal kind of guy. Hashtag where's Half-Life 3? Oh my gosh, I love Half-Life. Oh man. And Portal. I love Portal to death. And I'm gonna have to cut it off right there. We'll save that discussion for Portal. I might even make a Portal mock now. My god. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed. If you like this video, why not give it a like? And if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe. But anyways, oh, and if you want to see custom parts from Ascending Depths, I make custom parts, including Metro heads. If you like Metro heads and stuff, I make Metro heads. So yeah, I make them in Ghost White. So got any Metro heads, I make those. Just so you know. they exist. Anyways, toodles!